What Taoist masters knew about anxiety, that we forgot. No one ever taught us how to rest from within. We learned how to run, to produce, to keep going, but no one showed us how to pause without guilt. That's where anxiety begins. When the soul asks for stillness, but life demands urgency. Today, sleeping doesn't mean resting, and being awake often just means surviving. We live busy lives yet feel empty. We smile on the outside, but inside everything feels tight. And the worst part? We start believing this is normal. But Taoist masters saw anxiety differently. They knew it shows up when we drift away from our natural rhythm, our Tao. The peace we seek doesn't come from doing more, but from remembering who we are when everything slows down. You don't need to fight anxiety with force. You need to walk lightly at your own pace. The invisible root of anxiety. Most people think anxiety comes from the outside. Deadlines, pressure, screens, chaos. But Tao teaches us that the real imbalance starts within. When we ignore how we feel, what we need, who we are, it's like sailing a river without noticing your inner compass is broken. In Tao, there's no guilt in feeling. Anxiety is simply a signal that you've stepped out of your own flow. When you live trying to control everything, you forget how to just be. The root of anxiety isn't in the events. It's in the resistance, the effort to be someone you're not. Healing begins the moment you stop fighting and start listening. Wu Wei is not laziness, it's effortless action. It's doing what needs to be done at the right moment with a calm heart, not chasing validation or control. In Wu Wei, everything flows easier. Decisions become clear, the body relaxes, the mind finds quiet. Modern anxiety is born from excess. Too many goals, tasks, expectations. But the masters knew that life isn't a race, it's a dance. And to dance well, you need to hear your own rhythm. When you do less, yet with more presence, everything changes. You stop hiding behind productivity, you start living with intention, and that's when anxiety begins to lose its grip on you. The illusion of control and the weight of expectation. Much of anxiety comes from the illusion that we must control everything, the future, the outcomes, people's opinions. But the more we try to control, the more lost we feel. Tao teaches that the river of life doesn't need to be pushed. It already knows the way. Expectations create tension. When you live chasing unrealistic standards, you disconnect from the now. And it's in that space, like between what is and what should be, that anxiety grows. Letting go of control isn't giving up. It's trust. It's knowing that not everything is yours to fix. And when that truth settles in, your body exhales and your soul begins to rest. Most of us breathe poorly, short, shallow, without awareness. It's as if we're always on edge. But breath is a silent doorway. And the masters knew that. In Tao, breathing with presence brings you back to the now. It's the simplest and most powerful way to step out of an anxious mind and into a calm body. Each conscious breath is a step back home. You don't need fancy techniques. Start with the basics. Breathe slowly. Feel it. Allow it. Anxiety lives in the future. Peace lives in the breath you're taking now. The silence that heals. The modern world fears silence. We live with earbuds in, screens glowing, thoughts racing. But Taoist masters knew silence is where the soul heals. Silence is not wasted time. It's space, where the essential rises again. Where answers appear, the heart slows down and anxiety fades. Effortlessly. You don't have to run away to the mountains. Just unplug for a few minutes. Listen to the wind, to your breath, to the now. That's the temple where balance begins to return. Anxiety often comes from the pressure to be perfect, to look fine, to have it all together. But Tao doesn't seek perfection. It honors the imperfect, the unfinished, the real. That's the essence of wabi-sabi. Beauty in cracks, poetry in the flawed. When you accept that you don't have to have it all figured out, something softens, the chest loosens, the mind quiets. Anxiety begins to dissolve. Because finally you allow yourself to just be human. You don't need to be ready to be at peace. You just need to be present. And to embrace gently what is, just as it is. Kaizen, the small step that changes everything. Many feel anxious because they think they have to change everything at once. But the masters knew that true transformation happens quietly, one gentle step at a time. Kaizen is that, daily improvement, slow and kind. It's not about becoming someone else tomorrow. It's about drinking water with presence, breathing deeply, walking mindfully. Small acts that build a life of peace. You don't need to rush, you just need to show up with presence and trust that the path unfolds for those who move with calm. Returning to the Tao is returning to yourself in the end. All anxiety comes from one thing: forgetting who we are. The Tao isn't somewhere out there, and it flows through you. Healing isn't about escaping problems. It's about returning to your own center. When you reconnect with the Tao, everything changes. You begin to speak with clarity, choose with calm, live with ease. Anxiety loses its power because you're no longer fighting life. You begin to trust the timing of things, the right moment, the right pace. And you finally understand peace is a daily choice from the inside out. Anxiety doesn't have to be your normal. There's a gentler way to live, an ancient path we forgot. The Taoist masters didn't offer miracles, just one simple truth. Life becomes lighter the moment you return to yourself. Maybe you don't need more effort, just more presence. Maybe the answer isn't in doing more, but in remembering who you are when everything slows down. And if you felt that today, even for a moment, you've already started your return home. If this video made you reflect, like it, comment, I begin again, and subscribe. It helps keep this message alive.